Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Code Seeker. In this video, I am going to talk about very important topic of computer programming and very important concept of computer programming, that is loops. The very first question that comes in our mind, that is why we use it. What's the basic use of loop? So the answer is that if we want to perform multiple operation, a single operation multiple times simultaneously, in that case we use loops concept. Loops are basically of two types, that is entry control and exit control loops. Now let's talk about entry control loops. Control loops are of two types, that are while loop and for loop. Loop is made up of, there are three things which plays a very important role for any loop to work correctly and efficiently. Initialization is nothing but the starting point of the loop, as the concept of loop says that loop can be run through a variable. So initialization is nothing but giving a variable a starting point to a loop, means initializing a variable giving a simple value to a variable. That will be a starting point to the loop. Second one is condition is nothing but the end point or the limit of the loop. It is mentioned within a loop, and this is done through conditional operators, which we have seen in control statements. The third one is updation. Now it's a way to reach from start to end point of the loop, means initialization to condition. The mostly used operators for updation are increment and decrement operator, but one can use arithmetic and ternary operator according to their. Now let's go through the syntax of while loop. As you can see on the screen, first is initialization, while condition. Uh, then this is opening curly braces. Then body depends upon whatever logic you are performing within your program, and updation that we already have had a talk about. Right. So it will be more clear with an example. So let's go through an example. Int I equals to 1 means I assign 1, while I is less than or equals to 5. Printf code seeker I plus plus and closing. It will be there within any loop. The initialization will be one time only, one per program. Initialization will be one per program only. So I equals to 1, it will start from 1, and it will check for condition whether it is true or false. If it is true, then it will go inside the body of while loop. Then whatever will be written within the body of while loop, that will be printed, like code seeker will be printed and I will be incremented. Now the value of I will be 2, as then it will go above to the condition, and now it will check 2 is less than or equals to 5, like that 3 is less than or equals to 5. So however it is going to print up to 5 times code seeker, right? Now for loop, the syntax of for loop is different from the while loop, but the working of for loop is pretty simple and pretty exact, like while loop. So go through an example for that. So we are taking same example and we are doing for same, but what we are going to do is, in for loop the initialization, condition and updation is going to take place within the same parenthesis that is preceding for other logics and other things, other tokens which I am going to write over here will be in green color, and the keywords which I am using, like int is a keyword and for is a keyword, I am writing with uh, a remarkable color. Okay. So it is going to perform the same thing that the while loop is going to perform, means it is going to initialize one time, as I said on the explanation of while loop, that uh, the initialization is one per program, means one per program execution. Then what will be there, it will take the value of I and check the condition whether it is true or false. For true, it will go inside the body and execute whatever uh, written inside the body. Okay. Now if 1 is less than or equals to 5, it is going to print code seeker. Then it will go go to the updation part, that is I plus plus. Now in for loop, what we are going to see here, that initialization, then condition, then body, then updation. However, it is mostly used loop, exit control loop. Why do while loop is called exit control loops, and why those two are called entry control loops? The basic reason behind that is because in while loop and for loop, the body is going to be printed if and only if the condition is true. But in do while, one time means a single time, the very first time, the body will be printed whether the condition is true or false. After that, it will be shown. Okay, it will be very clear with its syntax, and let's go through the syntax of do while loop. So initialization, do, then body, updation. After that, you can see the body of do is closed, and then while, and within while the condition is putted, and that is terminated by a semicolon, right? So as you can see, first the body will be executed, then the value of value of the variable through which the loop is running will be incremented or decremented, means updated, and after that the condition will be checked, right? So on the very first time, the body is going to be executed without the confirmation that the condition is true or false. That's why it is called exit control loops, and other two are called entry control loops. It will be very clear with an example that we are going to see over here. So what is that? Int I equals to 1, that means I assign 1. Do printf code seeker I plus plus while I equals to 10. What we are going to see over here, the do body is going to be executed until the condition inside the while is true. Otherwise, the control will go out, and the body is not going to be executed. So this is the basic difference between, as you can see, within this example, the value of I is 1, and we are checking if I is 10, then only code seeker will be printed, that we want. But as you can see, the value of I is 1, and in condition we want 10, but the condition is false, then also one time it is going to be printed. That's why it is called exit control loops, and other two are called entry control loops.
Thanks for watching my video. Comment down your questions in the comment box.